Good evening. I'm Professor Spaz. Quick disclaimer statement, not actually a professor, but when it comes to old school hip hop, I play one in real life. Here's a tragic love story about a rap star picking up a female pedestrian who saw past her fears of getting into a car with a drunk driving stranger only to be rejected because of her not so fresh smelling lady parts. I hate when that happens. This is a tale told to us by Parrish Smith of EPMD in the classic love song, Whose Booty? The drama starts as he explains that he was talking on the phone, playing music loudly, and drinking a 40-ounce of beer while driving. Let's dive into the lyrics, shall we? Well, I was maxing one day, just minding my own, talking to E-double on my car telephone. When I seen this fly girl clocking my means of transportation, the look in her eye was the look of infatuation. Let us continue. So I put my car in park, I turned my system down. I said, "Excuse me, are you new in town?" She said, "It's funny you asked, I just got here today." I said, "Yo, you need a lift because I'm going that way." Parish pretends to be the local welcoming committee and inquires about how long she's been in town. Yet we suspect he's not really interested in her residency status, but is just trying to find a date for the evening. We've all been there. How did he know where she was going anyway? Suspicious of his motives, she expresses caution about his offer of a ride. But wait, there's more. She said, "My mother always told me not to ride with strangers. If I did, then my life would be in danger." I said, "Yeah, that's true, but I'm not your everyday swinger. To tell you the truth, I'm a well-known singer." Parish acknowledges the dangers of riding with strangers, but he tries to assure her that he's okay because he's not your everyday swinger and a well-known singer. These qualifications are good enough to dispel her fears. She hops in. So here's where it gets interesting. Plus I was cold coolin', 40 dog in my lap, rings on my fingers with my fisherman hat. She got in and said, "Yo, I've never done this before." I had to play my cards right just to get my foot in the door. She's never done this before. But how many people have gotten into a car with a fisherman hat wearing, 40-ounce drinking, well-known singer before? The journey continues. I said, "Yeah, my name is Parish, but they call me MD for the way I hold the mic and slay MCs." She was lost and replied, "You a medical doctor?" I said, "Close but no cigar. I'm the microphone doctor who performs open surgery on MCs who are willing. Except to try to save them, I try to kill them." She said, "Ooh, that sounds exciting. Please tell me more. You mean how we pack concerts and clock 10 Gs or more?" So the story takes a bizarre twist when he explains that they call him MD for the way he holds microphones and slays MCs. Understandably, she's confused about this explanation. And before this, he was talking about being a well-known singer. She glosses over the mic holding and MC slaying and keeps her line of questioning about what type of doctor he is, to which he replies, "A microphone doctor, one of the most prestigious doctorates attainable." Our bold adventurer finds it exciting to be in a car with a microphone doctor who boasts of willful medical malpractice and a profitable musical touring career. Then they arrive at her house. The plot thickens. We pulled up to her house and her mom's wasn't home. And as we got to the door, she sparked up the homegrown. That would be lighting a marijuana cigarette. I was with it, feeling nice from Old English, malt liquor, ready to get busy and wax a cold booty. So Parish is looking to have sexual intercourse at this point in time. Old E, homegrown. After indulging in such delectable treats, the mood is set for some sweet waxing of cold booty. We got to a room. It was time to max. Pulled out the gym hat and strapped the Bozak. That'd be actually putting a condom on the penis. I hit the lights, and next was the sack. We started doing it. It was hard to produce because the booty was cold-kicking like they call me Bruce. And some type of erectile dysfunction going on there, I would imagine. And at this point, we encounter our first sign of trouble. Just what was the booty cold kicking? Let us allow our Prince Charming to elaborate. I had to cover my nose not to ruin the mood, because I knew I wasn't fishing, but I smelled seafood. Smelled like shrimp or lobster or tuna of the sea. Oh, I can't believe that. That's too funny. And wasn't worth catching the A, the I, the D to the S. Oh, yes, the S is for safe sex. Okay, that's great. Now, I'm not a doctor, microphone or otherwise, but I don't know of any connection between unpleasant odor and sexually transmissible diseases. But his nose's reaction to these smells was where things turned sour in more ways than one. And as I glanced at the door, that move was next. But she pulled me close and said, "Let's get loose." And out of nowhere, I yelled, "Baby, did you douche?" She said no, P, because I'm not a swinger. I couldn't buy that as I smelled my 4 fingers. She says that she doesn't douche because her hoo-ha doesn't get out that much. But Parrish uses the smell of his 4 fingers to suggest that she has many partners. Again, he makes the connection between smelliness and something that isn't actually connected, this time promiscuity. And who is he to judge? He just met her. She was walking around the neighborhood and wasn't expecting such an encounter. Can't she be excused for not smelling spring fresh that particular day? So many nonsensical and unfair excuses to bring an early end to this affair. It leads me to wonder, is Parrish Smith a man who's afraid to love? Aww. He forges on with his decision to walk out. I was playing myself, plus my style was cramped. I grabbed my keys and coat, and MD broke camp. And as I walked to the door, the girl got moody. I looked her eye to eye and said, "Whose booty?" Why does he not try to accept the fisherman's platter smell of his new lady friend, or offer suggestions about how to freshen things up down there? Instead, he avoids doing the hard work required to make the relationship work and rationalizes his flight in a fit of anger by suggesting that others are responsible for the unpleasant scent. This tale does not end with a Hollywood happy ending. The listener is left at the end of the song not with an uplifting example of the power of love, but is instead left with Parrish's cutting, accusing, remorseful question that puts an end to this short-lived romance. And that question is whose booty? Please join us again next time as we discuss the great Scott LaRock and some of his amazing sexual adventures in the classic tale, Superho. Thanks for coming out. God bless and good night.